Me, how I felt, how I interpreted it, it might not be what you intended, but like my interpretation was like, he's positioning me in a way as if I'm not aware of this thing and that people are capable of like immense beauty and care and concern and empathy. And it's like, if you feel like you have to explain that to me, you must think that I don't think that already about black women or all women, or you think that like I think that way about white women and don't about black women. So that's why I'm like, whoa, like.
Yeah, I think what you're missing is.
Does that make sense?
And I want to say this in like the least combative way possible.
Sure.
You know, what you're missing is I don't care about you. Okay. Right? Like in that
Probably a little bit less combative way of saying that, but yeah, sure.
In that moment, Andrew Schulz was a nameless gray face.
Sure.
Right? It wasn't. I didn't want to attack you. I didn't want people to come to you and be like, well, Ryan Clark said you're a racist. Like, I would never say that, because me, who never actually says, hey, white people are this, when I step up for black women the way I did, you know what I got? You're a racist. Right?
Yeah, people are saying that. Yeah,
right. And so,
which is unfair too.
And if I, 2020, George Floyd, I'm like, look, man, I get that there's a criminal system, but doing this to any man is not okay.
That's right. Yeah, you brought up the Alton Sterling thing too.
And so, but when you do that, right, from whether it's conservatives, Republicans, the right, white people in general, you're a racist. When I never, in any fact, ever say anything about my own color being superior to anybody, which is what racism stems from, right? And so I get what you're saying, that like I never painted you as anything, but as being somewhere, right? And I've dealt with this recently. When you are aware. Right? And when you do feel like you are compassionate and you do try to understand people, right? And they paint you as a certain thing, you feel that they paint you as a certain thing.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not that, and that bothers me in some way.
Did you feel like I did that about you, or you did that about me?
No, I'm saying, because you keep saying I painted you some way, which I didn't, right? I didn't say much about you.
I didn't say, I thought that your juxtaposition, meaning the fact that you're like, let me explain what the black woman experience is for me, made me feel, it's just a feeling, like made me feel as if you thought that I didn't already know that.
Have you dated black women before?
Sure.
And in your dating black women, did black women beat you?
No, Ryan, I think you're missing the point here. Like, do you think that's what I think of black women? Maybe we should start there.
No.
Okay, so then.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, well, that's different than no.
Black women, right? I don't know, because I don't know you. What I do know is, in that moment, in this small clip I saw of Andrew Schulz, this is what he said. Now, let me tell you what I didn't say, right?
Yes.
I didn't say Andrew Schulz thinks that all black women are angry. I didn't say Andrew Schulz thinks that black women are abusive. I didn't say that Andrew Schulz is a racist.
You didn't say racist, but, well, I don't want to.
I never said that, right? And in my conversation, I spoke about the two men that were sitting with you, right? And here's what happens when you deal in the life that I deal in, right? When I say something about
how you feel about Ryan?
I just feel like they were running in circles. I mean, they were just, what was the point of the conversation? I mean, nothing really got resolved. We're all focusing on the problem, but like at the end of the day, what was the solution at the end point? Maybe because we didn't watch the whole clip. I don't know. But I guess Schulz felt that he was deeming him or portraying him as someone that's racist. And then the other guy was like, no, I only saw this little clip. And then this is what you said. But at the end of the day, the dude, like I said before, the dude's a comedian. He's going to say whatever he's going to say just to get laughs. So, I mean, like, unfortunately, that's just what happens. The truth is, on a platform like this and the society that we have, there are going to be things that happen when that gets done. But I don't understand I just don't understand the purpose of their conversation.
For him to even tell him that he was irrelevant when he first saw him, he was like, oh, this person doesn't matter. Then why even have him on the show? Why even make this a conversation? Like, it's I don't get it. I'm an 80s baby. I grew up at the end of watching Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, when comedy was raw. It was in the raw. People had no filter. It seems like what's happening in our culture right now is that we're becoming so soft. I get it. If people took offense to it, so be it. I think that is with comedy being what it is and what it has always been, is that people are going to have different taste in it. Me personally, I have a dark humor. So certain things I find it funny. Now, is what he said, was that I'm not a black woman. So what he said, was that offensive? I can see that potentially being offensive for a black woman. But me personally, if he would have said something about black men, about how they sag their pants or how they wear their pants or some shit like that, I'm not going to be up in arms and calling them a racist. You know, it just is what it is. If that's how he wants to, if that's the type of comedian he wants to be, a roaster or whatever the case, then so be it. That's what he is. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. Like that's what we used to do back in the day. If I didn't like this person, we didn't listen to him. And that, with you listening to him and blowing this up to be bigger than what it is, we now make it more relevant. So I don't know. Me personally, I don't see the big issue in it, but I also have a very dark humor though.
All right, let me just play the rest of it right quick. It shouldn't be that much more.
Orange black people getting killed. What do I get? Well, what about black crime in Chicago?
It's a red herring.
Right. It's a red herring.
Used to distract and like kind of cut the legs out from your point. It's got to be very frustrating. And
right.
you're
but
taking.
My point about that was, right, when these guys are sitting with you, and that is said to people, not you, to people who may see that and may see them sitting there, they'll go, well, Andrew Schulz made this joke about black women, and there were two black men sitting across from him, and in no way did they refute it. This must be true. I can go behave like he behaves.
Got you. So that's the concern, that you think that somebody would see that joke and then feel like it's okay to do that.
Yes.
Got it. So you felt you need to address it to thwart that so you could protect black women from experiencing that in the future.
Andrew too, man. It's like, as you know, we talked about it, because I said, bro, I didn't even think it was gonna be this big. It's part of any healing process, right? You put peroxide on a wound to clean it out in hopes that it heals. In the same way, whatever black women may have heard that, who may have been affected by it, who may have felt cut down, who may have wished that those two black men defended them, whether it was a joke or not, right? Whoever had that wound, just maybe they hear me, and for once they was like, man, at least that dude stood up for us. And then, at least somebody who had that experience stood up for it.
That must have felt good for some people.
I didn't care to paint you in any way, which is why I didn't continue talking about you.
It doesn't really matter what your intention was. It matters how you make someone feel. That's what the whole issue is with the joke. Like, if you said, I didn't care to do this, I don't care about you, none of that matters. It didn't matter that I didn't care to hurt black women. I just wanted to make a joke. It hurt them. So it doesn't matter whether you cared to do something or not. What matters is you did something and it had that effect. So ironically, the thing that you're describing to me is the same position you put yourself in. So what I'm trying to tell you is people are going to react however they react, and they feel however they feel, and that's okay. Like, as a comedian, I accept that. I hope that people maybe learn more about me and they see that, like, I don't have bad intentions for people, and I make fun of everybody, because if I don't make fun of one group, then it becomes uncomfortable. Then it starts to become racist or sexist or whatever, you know? I hope that they learn that. But I understand as I get there, we're gonna have these little things that we stumble across, and, like, unfortunately, people's feelings are gonna be hurt, and it sucks. And if, like, anybody came up to me like, hey, that thing that you said, you know, I didn't know you were joking, it didn't feel like you were joking, it really hurt my feelings, I'd be like, dude, I'm sorry, I don't wanna hurt your feelings again. But if then they said to me, hey, don't you ever make jokes about that again, I go, I can't let you control what I make jokes about.
It sounds like he's contradicting himself, because he's saying that I'm going to make jokes about what I make jokes. But then at the end of the day, people have the right to feel what they feel, and this, that, and the third. It's like, just say, you know what you mean to say, which is, I don't care. I'm going to continue making jokes. Like, I just feel like the whole interview was just like him trying to I mean, I get it. He was trying to let people know, like, I'm a better person, this and that. But it's like, bro, if you just stand on what the hell you're gonna say, so it doesn't confuse everybody.
It's a PR move. Go ahead, True.
I would love for the Black women on this panel to educate me on what it is to protect Black women in a position of this manner, because I heard that stated.
Who stated that? You talking about the panel?
Well, I'm speaking to the panel. It was stated that the gentleman, I don't know his name, the NFL player, he said standing up for Black women, and then it was also echoed from Andrew to state the same thing. You know, you would stand up, you would protect. It would feel good because he said that, you know, you don't know how it feels for Black women to hear this. I'm not a Black woman, so
yeah, I think that. So, I think that the outrage comes from I don't know if you guys are on like social media like TikTok or Twitch or like things like that. But what we see a lot on these platforms, especially on social media, is a lot of degrading the Black woman. It's been very common, especially when they have these panels and these topics, and the topics are always this passport bro type topic. Black women are evil, or dodge the Black woman, always demeaning the Black woman. So I think that it did get taken personally, and I get what you guys are saying too. Like, it's a joke, right? Which it is. You're not lying. It is a joke. But I think that they just took it a little bit more personally because they feel like they're being attacked too frequently, and they don't feel that they're being backed up as far as like, hey, like, at what point are we going to say something nice about a Black woman? Or at what point are we going to say how much we love our Black women, or things like that? And I can only say that the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm really active on social media, and I can literally scroll down my For You page and show you almost everything on there is someone having some type of topic about Black women being not good people or not the right choice to pick. And I can literally screenshot them and send them to you guys. It is bad. It is bad.
You know, that's curated to what it is that you pay attention to and look at.
I don't. I block them every time. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
Well,
a lot of times
that's not how the algorithm works, especially on Instagram. If you were to go to on your For You or Explorer page right now and find something that's solely about lifting up Black families, the Black man, the Black woman, if you stay on that for a while, then your entire algorithm from being on is going to show everything that you was just looking at.
No, I understand what you're saying, respectfully. Like, I understand. I'm not sitting here engaging in those things. I'm not sitting here clicking on them like, oh, I want to talk about this, that, and a third. The thing is, that is what's popping up. I have other things I watch. I prefer to watch other things like crime shows, co-ops, stuff like that. That's what I prefer to see. And I'm actually kind of glad that TikTok might be going away in April. But at the end of the day, I'm just stating why I feel a lot of women, especially Black women in general, why they get upset with certain things, what it is that they're seeing, what it is that they're experiencing. And I think that it did get taken a little personal when he did say that. And to answer your question, True, where you're like, well, how do we stand up for you guys? I think all they want is just to be shown a little bit more love. I mean, that's me, because I've been through it. Like, I go through it all the time. I'll literally go on the street. I literally got called an N-word, a Black B word by someone that I just know. It's crazy out here, and I hear it too frequently. I hear it very frequently, too frequently. So I'm just stating what I've been through and what I've experienced, and why I didn't really care for the joke, and answering your question. But I mean, if you find it's wrong, what I'm saying is incorrect, then by all means.